From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the New York Jets. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Combo, combo, combo. Come on, D. Mike that. Mike 3. Mike that.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Shift. Hey, yo. 52.
Play fake. Cousins. He's going to loft one. Deep left side. He's got a man. Complete. It's a gain of 35. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. Does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. Play action now. Cousins going deep downfield for Raw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. Starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick, and I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball will be the first one.
And his first carry, he loses the football, and it's scooped up by the Jets. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs first time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there's no such thing as a safe run, right? Right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. Got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers play with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. They've had touchdowns on both of their drives thus far, but now they face a 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Cousins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 47, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Check 26, check 26.
On first down, it's Scott. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit. Like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to. Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Mike 3, Mike.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Mike 3.
I don't even know why this team showed up. 0-0, Mike 3.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Jonathan Abram picks it. He couldn't hook up with a Nunwa that time.
Even. 4 down. Even.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Scott, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
2nd and 11 at the 43-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Hey, watch the ball.
Now a give, right side. Scott. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's
From the gun, Baker. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. This is caught inside the 15.
Check three.
That one goes for 36 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pumps from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. On 3rd down, Scott. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a 1st down if they just get a yard out of this on 4th and very short. They'll try and run for it. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago.
Let's go.
A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point try good by Gano, and that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Fielded just inside the 20. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Johnson the intended target, but now it's third down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, and he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Looking to throw. Baker. James has it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 24 yards.
Switch.
Here's Baker on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
Jahan, 180.
Combo.
Here we go. Hey, steamer.
Mike 3.
Cousins now to throw on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Jahan,
Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. To throw, Cousins. Throw left side complete. It's Logan. It's a gain of 5, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. The Jets on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They can use a conversion. This is 3rd down and 12.
Hey, no, easy.
Watch that end, tight end's right.
Smooth.
Check 9. Watch out.
From the gun, here's Cousins. Found his target, it's Anderson. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post-route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. A first down throw for Cousins. He's going to float this. Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 12. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Hey, let's go. Calm the crowd. Let's get the ball. 36.
On first down, it's Scott. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A huge play there for Chicago. 57 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Back to throw. Baker. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Here we go.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He finds his man Johnson. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So it's still first and goal, but now they get to try from a bit closer.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Watch safety creep. Watch safety
2
creep.
minutes to play first half. It's 14-0.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multi.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. From 4 yards out, as the Bears push further out in front. And a play fake down near the goal line here worked out well.
Anytime you can make them think that you're going to run the ball and go to that play-action pass, you see the end result, usually a touchdown.
Play fake harder to defend for the defense near the goal line, or no, because there's not as much room to work with?
It is harder because down near the goal line, you're thinking much more of a running play, especially if people run out big formations, so it is harder to defend.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Quincy Anoon with the intended receiver. And it's third down. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative. I know. All these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes his quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance. That can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion in the field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive. As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. And the catch made by Johnson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Now Baker on 1st and 10. Complete. It's Johnson. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys on.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Clock at 20 seconds to go in the half as they come up 1st and 10. Following the interception, Cousins. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
I got it. Watch tight.
Good routes here.
Watch tight. Tight is right. We got 4. We got 4.
Move.
Cousins on first down. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Black.
Final play of the half, Cousins. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And my goodness, another interception. Jonathan Abram picks it. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the screen.
Baker, off play action. James has got it, complete. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. In for the score as the Bears push further out in front in order to lead it. And now it's blocked. And the Jets have got it. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I remember when they changed the rule, and there's a lot of consternation, especially coming from the kickers. Okay, how's this going to affect things, having to kick a longer one now, much more of a field goal attempt, and the defensive guys saw it as an opportunity to get more block.
That's exactly right. There's more effort now. Before, when it was snapped down near the goal line, you would basically see guys just stand there.
Yeah, not anymore. Now, those guys are going after it because away and change a little bit of momentum.
And get 2 points.
They can pick it up and take it back for 2 points.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at halftime.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know it.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, Tank. Kill.
To throw is Baker. Off the play fake. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Johnson was the intended receiver. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
To try again after the sack. Cousins. Now they go screen. It's complete. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Ready? 180.
Mike 3.
Great.
0-0, Mike free.
Drop deep. Pause.
Now it's the backup Newton.
I got you, boy. Here we go.
This is Johnson. He's got it. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Kerryon Johnson. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we see they rely more on the ground game here.
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. Now the ball comes loose. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity missed.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Baker now throwing on 1st down. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Here's Scott.
Check it back.
Room to run inside the 40. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A big play there. With touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. As the Bears push further out in front. Gano the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Cousins to throw it. Got a man open. It's Ross. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. Cousins now 6 of 17 throwing the ball, only 35%, but he does have a 1st and 10. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They run again with Logan. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And finally brought down at the 43. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another 1st.
Nice catch right there. It brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
We used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd down. Cousins. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off down at the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time that happened, the guy who threw, he had won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. It doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. They go again with Scott. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the 1st.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 26-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Not today, you aren't. Not today.
Now Scott.
Check 4.
He finds an opening past the 40. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. 74 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception, but they did. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. The Jets on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 19.
No, check that. We're going to Mike. That's it. Right here. That's rock.
From the gun, here's Newton. Going deep downfield for Ross. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Hey, alert. 3.
Throwing on first down. Baker. He's going to fire this thing deep right side, and that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. So a jump there defensively.
It's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5. Here's Baker operating from the gun. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. Looking to throw. Baker. He'll get this complete into the hands of Riley Ridley. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. It'll be a gain of 18 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Now Baker throwing on 4th down. And the catch is made by Riley Ridley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down for the Bears.
56. Here we go, D.
49.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Got his man complete over the middle. It's James. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Yo! Check 26, check 26.
Echo.
Baker going to throw on 3rd and goal. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. A little juke and a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, Dave. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right? Yeah. The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. They'll keep it on the ground. Logan. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
Mike 52, Mike 52. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
On third down, it's Logan. He's got a first down and more past the 30. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down.
It's a gain of 25 yards on the play. And the Jets, first down.
Here we go, let's bring it.
Two.
They'll run that first down. Logan. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. This is Logan. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Bears, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on